A small child with a sign, USA, 1959. Babies who lost their parents during the Vietnam War are airlifted to the USA for adoption, 1975. A sign with a quote from Hitler, "Give me 5 years and you will not recognize Germany," Berlin, 1945. 80-year-old cannibal Tom, the last cannibal of Fiji Island, 1905. Whiskey dispensing machine, USA, 1960s. The first woman to attempt to vote. When trying to enter a polling station, she was pushed out and thrown to the ground. United Kingdom, 1872. Birthday, September 11th, 2001. A contest for the most elegant smoking style in Paris, 1932. James Welch, who lost both arms at age 7, saving the family dog from an oncoming train, 1964. Women from Morocco, 1971. A small girl in rags collects precious grains of wheat, USSR, 1921. The survival record in open sea after a shipwreck was set by Chinese man Pan Lian. After a German submarine sank the English merchant ship where Pan worked as a steward, he spent 133 days on a wooden raft, surviving by catching fish, collecting rainwater, drinking bird blood, and even killing a shark. Dutch children playing by American M107 artillery shells in the street, 1944. Starving children during the Nigerian Civil War, 1968. Maharaja Jai Singh, drawn to the luxury of Rolls-Royce, visited a showroom in London in casual clothes. His unrecognizability led to an incident where nationalists mistakenly took him for an ordinary Indian and expelled him from the showroom. Instead of anger, he bought 6 cars and sent them home to clean the streets. This caused a scandal and damaged the Rolls-Royce brand's reputation, associating it with garbage in the public eye. A wrestler named Exotic and his minor father, United Kingdom, 1973. Barack Obama visiting his step-grandmother, Sarah Ogwell Onyango Obama, Kenya, 1988. A police officer stands next to a member of the Black Legion, an underground group that split from the Ku Klux Klan. Members of the organization practiced ritualistic killings. Nathaniel Morgan pulls a pig from a container located in a nuclear test zone in Nevada, 1957. A young fan at an Elvis Presley concert, Philadelphia, USA, 1957. A man guards his house during mass riots over racial segregation, Chicago, 1919. A British soldier entertains his comrades by impersonating Hitler, London, 1939. Chinese people celebrate the successful test of the first atomic bomb, 1964. Guys looking at erotic photographs in machines, 1938. U.S. Vice President Nelson Aldrich Rockefeller gives the middle finger to a crowd of hippies during a public speech, New York, USA, 1976. Dora Rathen, an athlete from the Olympic team of Germany, was arrested at a railway station on suspicion of being a man disguised in women's clothing, 1938. During the bombing of Yugoslavia, 1999. The starving winter of 1944, a tragedy for the Dutch people. A model is taught the correct way to exit a car, London, 1965. A narcotics officer after a raid on a drug den, USA, 1993. The first case of disqualification of an athlete for doping occurred in 1968. That year, alcohol was found in the blood of pentathlete Hans Gunnar Liljenvall. M3 submachine gun with a curved barrel for shooting around corners, USA, 1953. A captured German soldier in front of the burning Reichstag. They each drank only one glass of beer, Belgium, 1971. Playing tennis on the wing of a flying airplane, USA, 1925. A girl from the Takuna tribe carries a caiman on her head, Brazil, 1985. A girl, descendant of slaves, lives on a plantation in a primitive hut with newspapers for wallpaper, Alabama, 1937. Skinheads in London, 1980. A weather station employee feeds bear cubs that lost their parents, Novaya Zemlya, 1970. Skeleton of Siamese twins in the Mutter Museum. The Taliban crush alcohol seized during the capture of Kabul with a tank, Afghanistan, 1996. Cornell University students learn the intricacies of ironing in a home economics class, 1951. British Captain Robert Campbell, during World War I, was wounded and captured in Magdeburg. In November 1916, he learned that his mother was dying of cancer and asked Kaiser Wilhelm II for permission to visit England. The Kaiser granted him 2 weeks with the officer's word of honor. Campbell visited his mother and returned to captivity, where he stayed until the end of the war. The planes of Angela Merkel, François Hollande, and the rock band Iron Maiden at Zurich Airport. 5 kidnapped Western tourists held hostage by an Islamist group. Kashmir Valley, 1995. The tourist on the right escaped. The one in the center was beheaded, and the others were never found. A postcard, late 19th, early 20th century. A couple shows their newborn children to their grandparents across the Berlin Wall, 1961. The opening of the fountains in Peterhof, 1983. Testing a new fireproof construction material, New Haven, 1949. German soldiers eating baguettes during the invasion of France, 1940. A cemetery of tanks destroyed during the Iraq War after Operation Desert Storm, 1991. The operation resulted in a crushing defeat for the Iraqi army. Estimates vary, but between 25,000 and 40,000 Iraqi soldiers were killed, with another 100,000 wounded. In contrast, the UN Allied forces lost only 400 soldiers. Women's basketball team, 1900. Armor of Ferdinand I, Holy Roman Emperor, 16th century. A doctor examines a Buchenwald prisoner, 1945. The gift of a Mercedes-Benz from Hitler to Nepalese King Tribhuvan, 1939. An American soldier poses in front of burning oil, Gulf War, 1991. An American Marine offers a doll to a child, Vietnam, 1965. Anti-war demonstration, 1969. Albanian refugees fleeing war, Morini, Albania, 1999. American soldiers take care of a Filipino baby injured by a bayonet, Philippines, November, 1944. A soldier's return to his homeland, Vienna, Austria, 1946. A Soviet lieutenant wipes his boots on a Nazi flag in Breslau, 1945. A selfie with Adolf Hitler, Germany, 1930s. A person infected with hemorrhagic fever, Korea, 1953. After a 7-day strike, Woolworth store employees in Detroit celebrate their victory. They managed to raise wages by 20%, reduce working hours to 40 hours a week, and receive overtime pay, 1937. Soviet border guards before execution, Brest, World War II, 1941. A Cold War-era American poster, 1953. May 7, 1954, the USA definitively rejected the USSR's entry into NATO. This decision clearly indicated the USA's hostile stance toward the Soviet Union. The felling of massive sequoia trees in the USA, early 20th century. In the 1950s, New York had tunnel police. In 1885, an ancient Maya statue was found in the jungles of Honduras by archaeologists. A wedding in a church destroyed by German shells. London, 1941. Citizens photographed the body of famous criminal, bank robber John Dillinger, displayed in the morgue for public viewing. USA, 1934. Allied soldier inside a lookout tree, 1918. Initially, trees near the trench line were selected for this purpose. Then, photographs of these trees were taken from different angles, and high-quality models were made, which were later installed at night in place of the cut-down trees. Wives of sailors from the Kursk submarine at the site of the submarine sinking. Barents Sea, Russia, 2000. Kim Jong-un with his father, leader of North Korea, Pyongyang, 1990s. Designers Stoner and Kalashnikov pose with each other's weapons, USA, 1990. A girl tries to cut a sunbeam, 1886. This is a bulletproof vest from 1881, used in combat and blocked 18 bullets. Portrait of Louis XIII, created by the French king when he was 6 years old. Ku Klux Klan members relax on a Ferris wheel in Cannon City, Colorado, 1922. In 1922, the entrance to Tutankhamun's tomb was cleared. During excavations, the mummy of the Egyptian pharaoh Tutankhamun was discovered. The tomb's discovery became one of the most significant events in the history of Egyptology and global archaeology. Black prisoners served disciplinary punishment, USA, 1937. Family shelter for atomic war, USA, 1961. One of the rare photos taken on a slave transport ship, 1882. Russian special forces carry a child rescued from a school captured by terrorists. Beslan, 2004. A. Uchlan, a member of the light cavalry of Kaiser's Germany at the dawn of the end of this branch of the army, 1914. The daily life of a theatrical agent, 1950s. Fresno College students attempting to set a new world record for the most people on one bed, 73 people, 1961. A World War I veteran begs for alms on a Berlin street, 1923. 4 women in traditional Welsh outfits gathered for afternoon tea, 1955. On October 15, 1917, Mata Hari, a dancer of Oriental dances and the most romanticized spy of the 20th century, was executed for espionage on behalf of Germany. Mata Hari asked not to have her hands tied and no blindfold placed on her eyes. She blew a kiss to the executioners and said, "I am ready, gentlemen." Muhammad Ali persuades a man not to commit suicide, 1981. A lawyer wishing to remain anonymous at a court hearing, USA, 1933. The trial of the military junta that staged a coup in 1976 and plunged the country into a military dictatorship until 1983, Argentina. Andre Chikatilo does yoga in his cell before his execution, 1993. During the mass riots of autumn 2006, demonstrators managed to start an T-3485 tank, placed on display in the city center, and attempted to break through the police positions with it. Women in Southeast Asia discussing the news of the day, May 1921. Men stand in line at the unemployment office hoping to get any work during the Great Depression, 1930. United Arab Emirates before discovering oil reserves, Dubai, 1976. A knife thrower in a circus, USA, 1890s. Burning oil refineries during the Iran-Iraq War, 1980. A London gas station, 1930. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Give it a like if you find it easy, and please subscribe to our channel, Photo Prints. All the best. Bye.